Main event, World Championship, Orange Cassidy versus Jon Moxley. We came out swinging. Orange Cassidy immediately throws 3 orange punches at Jon. This was a really, really physical match. Orange Cassidy got really fucked up, was bleeding all over the place, which is surprising because usually Mox is the one to bleed like crazy. But
I know.
Orange Cassidy was bleeding throughout the majority of the match. Just really, really physical. We had, the Death Riders come out later, and fucking, was it Claudio or Wheeler who, dumped cleaning solution on Orange?
That was Wheeler. Yeah, that was they made him, fucking drink bleach at the end, and I was like, holy shit, we're doing this.
Yeah.
Which is it's a double whammy, because he's, got shit in his fucking wound, and he's also, probably drinking it.
Yeah, that must have stung. What'd you think of the match before we get into the chaos at the end?
I didn't hate it. Go fuck yourself if you hate Orange Cassidy. Or I want to actually pull that back. Go fuck yourself if you say Orange Cassidy is not a wrestler. You can hate his gimmick. I can respect that viewpoint, because it's it is different, but I understand that it's something that people might have a hard time getting behind. But that man, in his international championship shit alone, that he proved that he could wrestle and defend a championship for a fucking, I don't even know how long it was. It was almost a year.
It was a while.
Yeah, and he beat Jon Moxley for it too, which is an important story point to this whole match.
Yeah.
Is that he's pinned Jon Moxley. But yeah, no, this was a good match. I didn't feel any strong feelings about it, but if anything, I was more curious to see how the night ended, because we knew Orange wasn't gonna win, but what kind of crazy fucked up shit are the Death Riders gonna do?
The chaos at the end was very interesting. So they're trying to kill Orange with the cleaning solution. Hangman comes out.
Yeah.
To save him. Christian comes out, and he's teasing a cash-in here.
Cash-in.
Or was it the other way around? Was it Christian? Did Christian come out first?
No, it was Hanger first,
okay, so
then Christian.
Hanger comes out to stop them from doing that. Christian comes out and does the kill switch. He is teasing a cash in. He's going to cash it in. He goes to open it to sign the contract, which I think is such a funny thing, because Money in the Bank, you just hand over the briefcase, but this is you need a pen, you need to sign it, and then you have to hand it to them.
I almost well, actually finish breaking it down.
Yeah, so Christian is going to sign it and all that. Jay White comes out and stops Christian. And then everyone fucking, chaos is going on. Everyone's booking it out of there. The Death Riders go to try and get to their truck. And you see this fucking painted, crazy looking car.
Darby Allin ass car.
That just fucking completely wrecks the pickup truck. And they're like, oh shit, what the fuck? And they leave in another car that's right next to it. And then you see a bloody Darby Allin come out. And he stands on top of the pickup truck and starts bashing the windshield with a skateboard. And he's like, ah! He's screaming. He's like, come back here, you pussy. He's like, come back here, I want to fight you. And he's freaking out. And then all of the AEW officials, refs, security come out. They're like, Darby, chill, calm down.
Darby, get down.
Yeah. And then the pay-per-view ends. But it was just chaos. Darby is getting pushed like crazy. He wants to save AEW from the Death Riders. So what were you going to say about the contract?
The contract, I like the pen thing. The idea that it's not signed yet, because if they really wanted to, they could pull some crazy shit, like have someone else steal it from Christian, sign it, and then it's theirs.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but also then if you do that, you run the risk of just like, oh, they're never going to do that kind of thing again.
Yeah.
Because it would be too easy for someone to just steal your contract and sign it themselves.
Right.
And then it's forever theirs. But I still think it would be a fun, like, thing to do, to just be like, oh, like, Jay White takes it, opens it, signs his name, and now he's got a fucking one-way ticket to the world title.
Does Christian have a full year? Is it like Money in the Bank?
I don't know.
We just know it's a contract.
Yeah, I don't think there's, like, a time on it. And then also I was going to say, for a split second, I was like, Hangman's joining the Death Riders.
Yeah.
Just because he's had such a string of bad luck that it makes sense. And I think it was funny, too, because him and Mox were looking at each other, and he's like, you thinking what I'm thinking? But also, Hangman's too much of, like, a lone wolf type for him to, like, join a faction, you know?
Especially now, because he's, like, so unhinged.
Yeah, I just don't think it works for him, personally. And then the other thing I was going to say is, Darby Allin's very clearly getting the push.
Yeah.
If I were Tony Khan, obviously we want Darby, like, Darby deserves it, and we want him to be this, like, flag bearer for AEW as it looks like it's going to be. But if I were Tony Khan, I'd fucking pull a swerve and, like, have him, like, lose the match against Moxley.
Yeah.
Like, because people almost will expect it. And, you know, it's like, because we've heard the rumors that, like, he's slated to kind of be the next guy. But, like, if you swerve them and don't have him, you know, he can win it maybe in the rematch, but kind of do, like, a, you know, not quite yet. Like,
yeah.
It's, like, I think a lot about CM Punk when Moxley, like, squashed him for the AEW World Championship, and then, like, a week later, CM Punk won it back.
Yeah.
Even, like, something like that, like, where it's just, like, but also it all depends on, like, how the build is and, like, that sort of thing.
Right.
But, yeah, I'm interested to see where it goes. World's End, presumably, is where Darby Allin ends the world that Jon Moxley rules.
Yeah. I think World's End is going to shape up to be a very...
better than last year.
Good show. Yeah, better than last year for sure.